welcome back to another day in the life of a reseller vlog. Today is Friday, May 31st, the last day of the month. I've been busy this morning listing DVDs into my store. The big store is getting a nice batch of DVDs in it, and I just finished a stack, and now I'm turning my attention to fulfilling orders. We had a few orders come into the big store. Let's take a look and see what sold. For those of you who are new to the channel, I want to thank everyone for subscribing. My name is Brian Kingsbury. I'm a full-time reseller. I've got 2 eBay stores, over 6,000 items listed. And this channel kind of shows you the ins and outs of the business. I show you what sold, I showed you what I'm listing, and of course I show you what I'm buying to flip for big money. So let's take a look and see what kind of sales we had today. This morning we woke up to 4 sales for $68.66. $68.66 for 4 sales. Let's see what sold. First item sold for $33.50. It's an Adidas white, red, and blue cotton baseball hat, snapback, one size fits all cap. So that was one of the hats that I got out of a recent online arbitrage purchase. For those of you who've been watching the channels, you guys know that I bought 5 hat lots. And one of them had a lot of nice brand name hats. That was one of them in there. I did Adidas hat. I priced it up for $24.97 plus shipping, and somebody picked that one up for the full asking price. So a good profit on that. Next item sold for $13.28. It's a 32 degrees cool gray polo shirt top, short sleeve, solid men's size medium. So we're well into spring right now. So as you've been seeing, lots of shorts, lots of polo shirts, lots of t-shirts, and lots of hats. That's kind of what I'm moving a lot out of my stores. And it's polo shirt season, so if you have them, get them listed. Next item sold for $9 flat. It's an XXL Champion yellow crew neck men's t-shirt top, short sleeve, 100% cotton. Fourth and final item sold for $12.88. It's an extra large Scrub Star women's navy blue scrub shirt, short sleeve, extra large with pockets. So I had that shirt listed for $9.97. I went ahead and accepted a best offer of $5. A little bit more, less actually than I wanted to get for a shirt like that. It was a nice shirt with all the pockets and stuff. And one tip to all you resellers, you might want to check out that nursing section. You know, go through the scrubs, find any that have cool graphics or nicer scrubs like that with the pockets in them. Those are always desirable. You know, so many nursing professionals out there that always need fresh scrubs. So you go through that section, buy them when they're on sale, and you'll definitely make a few sales. So there you have it, 4 orders for $68.66 out of the big store this morning. I'm going to go locate those 4 items. We'll get some shipping labels printed, and then we'll add them to the tote. Through the magic of video, there they appear. 4 orders ready for labels. Let's get them printed. All right, there they are, 4 orders ready for labels, and here come those labels fresh off the printer. Let's get them printed so we could add these to the tote and get them to the post office. Alright, yesterday we dropped off all the orders, so now we're back with an empty tote, and we got 4 new orders to fill it up. Let's go ahead and add these big store orders to the tote. Here it is, an empty tote, time to fill it up. Let's add them. 1, 2, 3, and number 4. Now that we got those big store orders packed up, I thought it would be time for me to show you what I've been busy listing into the big store this morning. I did get quite a few listings up. Let's take a look. Right, here's the last 8 listings, all from that $5 box of movies I purchased at the Glen Eagle garage sales. That video is up now. I paid $5 for a whole box full. We got all these in there. This is Breaking Dawn Part 1. Over here we got Ice Age, the Disney, not Disney, but DreamWorks, I think, cartoon movie. And over here we got Wanted and Mama with Jessica Chastain. Down here we got A Christmas Story, and here I put together those, the Bee Movie and Incredibles. They didn't have the art to them. And finally over here, a couple more cartoons. We got Shrek and we got Shark Tale. Prior to that, we have even more movies. We got Dante's Inferno up here. We got Scooby-Doo. We got Harry Potter. We got Sydney White, starring Amanda Bynes. Down here we got Santa Claus, starring Tim Allen. And finally Sherlock Holmes. And then we get back into the hats. But that's what I've been busy listing. So in yesterday's video, we talked a little bit about media. And, you know, a lot of people think media is dead and you shouldn't bother with it. You know, the profit margin is so low and the sell-through rate is terrible. You know, and all that might be true. But, you know, even a big buy like this, you know, I listed 14 items. already, and it's up to $99.58 in inventory. So we added $99.58 off of a $5 purchase. So a potential of $95, let's say, already on all that. $95 profit just off of 14 quick listings. You can't really beat that profit margin. You know, they're quick, they're easy to photograph, easy to list. Obviously, they're going to take a long time to sell, but they don't take up a lot of space, and they're quick and easy to store and ship. And I think media is definitely something that you shouldn't overlook. You know, at least have a little small media section in your store. If you're gonna have a big store, it's worth picking up those media items, I think. So I'll give you a little look here. It's a little messy right now at the moment, but here's a look at my little media section. I started this not too long ago, thinking, I should just add some media, and then we got some laying around. We can make those buys, pick up a few here and there, and it's grown quite a bit. As you can see, we got them all on shelves here. We added these two totes down here recently, and there's some in the photo station as well. These three totes here are also full of media, all DVDs and smalls, what I call them. I like to ship them in these little 30 envelope packets here. These are 9x6 by 1, I guess it would be if it's a CD. So those little 9x6 envelopes are the perfect size to slide a DVD in. They fit perfectly in there, and you can just stack them on a shelf like that. Makes it quick, makes it easy. You can just put an inventory number on them, and you go find that number when they sell and pull it from inventory. Replace it with a new DVD, and the process continues. Obviously, a small section like that can grow pretty quick when you're buying regularly, but they do sell. There's not a quick sell-through rate, but I mean, let me give you a look at the ones I just put away, about 6 or so. When they sell, I pull a new envelope out and add a new DVD to the section, but we got a bunch here that have sold. So we've sold about this many in the last month, so when I sell one, I just pull one, and they end up here until I put them away into the system. So if you're looking to get into a different niche and add about another dozen sales a month into your stream of revenue, you might as well think about adding media. I mean, it doesn't hurt. So now that we got those orders packed up, I showed you a little media section. I think what I'm going to do is get in that photo station and finish that box of DVDs that we got. I got another stack left to get through. So we're going to have over $100 in potential sales from that $5 buy, which is right where we want to be on a buy like that. Let's take a look and see what we have left. Alright, here's a look at the last 8 movies. I got them laid out there, as well as the buys from yesterday's Goodwill finds. I did buy this shirt here. This is a Panhandle Slim. I showed this yesterday's video. It was in the car. You may have seen it. As you can see here, it's a Panhandle Slim. Has the tags and everything on here, brand new. Little piece of lint there that I gotta get that off of there before we photograph it. Size 1733, has the pearl snaps on it. Panhandle Slim, a nice crisp white shirt with the pearl snaps. Has the 3 snaps on the sleeves as well, so that's a nice looking shirt. Probably, I'm thinking maybe $24.97 we might sell that for. So that one was priced at $12.99 originally at the thrift. It was 30% off though, which brings it around a little over $9. Probably, let's call it $9.50 with tax and everything. So not a bad buy, not a bad pickup. Turned 9 into $24.97. I think that's a pretty good markup on a shirt like that. Should be a quick seller. Pearl snaps are always popular, especially when they're brand new like that. The other find yesterday were these. I paid up for these a little bit. These are Hoka's. These are the Clifton 9 versions. I wore these on my little run yesterday, tried them out, so they were my size 10.5. So nice looking Hoka's, the orange and blue, pretty comfortable shoes. Have the wider toe box. I think these are size 2E wide, so plenty of room in these for some more comfort. Not sure if I'm going to hold on to those and try them running them a little more or list them up. I got to decide. Finally, let's take a look at these last 8 media items. Like we said, we were up to $99 in media sales, not sales, listings already, and off of just one $5 buy. So as you can see, the markup there is ready to be made, and we still have 8 more to list. Actually, some more, because I have another stack up in the living room that we've been watching through. So we got 8 more here. Let me show you these. Alright, here we have another of the Harry Potter series. We already listed one. This is the Prisoner of Azkaban. I have trouble with that word up for some reason. And here, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And here we got Bring It On, that cheerleading movie that was popular a few years back. And we have Seven, also another classic with the Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. Here we got Wreck-It Ralph, a Disney cartoon movie on DVD, and Aquaman, starring Jason Momoa, right? Jason Momoa in that was Aquaman. Over here we got Juno, a classic movie with Michael Cera and Ellen Page, back when she was still Ellen Page. And here we have Sideways, starring Paul Giamatti and Thomas Hayden Church. Pretty fun. We just watched that the other day. Kind of a fun little flick. So we have 8 more movies. So I think what I'm going to do is photograph those movies as well as that shirt. I'll hold off on those shoes and decide if I want to list those. I might get up into the living room and grab some more clothing. We got a couple totes of clothing up there from the last storage unit buy. I've been working through it, and I might grab a few more clothing items from there since we have a little bit of room in the store to add a few new items. Alright, I've grabbed 4 more items from that clothing tote that I've been working through. Let me show you what we got. This is just storage unit clothing that we found in the last couple buyouts. Nothing too special, but they're kind of bread and butter, should make us a few bucks. Here we have a pair of Lee riveted denim jeans shorts. Have a little bit of wear on the bottom here, but we can list these up cheap and hopefully make a few bucks off of those. And this was kind of a nice dress. Has a little sash here, a little waistband tie that goes around it, and they had a safety pin in here, but it has the brand K. It's just kind of a black dress, kind of a polyester black dress with the white highlights. So a nice looking dress. There you see it. Here we got a nice Adidas 3-stripe black and white, has the stripes down the sleeves. So these are always classic quick sellers. It's hard to read the size, but I believe it's a smaller size, maybe a smaller medium. So we'll have to look at that a little closer and figure out what it is. And finally, here we have a pair of Oakland Raiders football sweatpants. There you see it says Oakland Raiders down the side. And these are the NFL team apparel. These are actually women's extra large, so a women's pair, women's sweatpants. And it looks like they were either cut off on the bottoms or by design like that. Kind of a rough cut at the bottom. So cool looking sweatpants. Oakland Raiders fans, there you have it. So I'm going to take a second to set this camera down and get that stuff photographed, and then we'll probably log into the small store, see what kind of action we had into the small store. We have yet to check out the small store, so I'll log into that a little bit later and show you guys everything that's sold out of the small store. Alright, I got all that stuff photographed, all the DVDs, that stack of clothes, those 5 items, and I think what I'm going to do is add this pair of high-end athletic shoes. I have a few pairs sitting here, 3 pairs. I'm going to grab off that stack and photograph these as well to list. Here's a look at them. I'm not really familiar with these, if these are Kevin Durant's. They are in a Kevin Durant box, so I'm assuming they are, but they looks like they have Nike shoes with Adidas soles. So I'm a little confused here. We'll have to find the model number and figure out exactly what these are. If they are the Kevin Durant's or if they're something else. You guys who know sneakers probably know right away, but it has somebody's signature there on the tongue. So we'll figure it out. We'll get a little bit of it figured out and list them accordingly. They are pretty clean though, as you can see, so we should get a fair amount of money for these. These might have to be authenticated and go FedEx, but we'll look into it and figure it out and list them right on market value. We don't want to charge too much, but we want to get some good money for these shoes since we paid a little bit more for them. So as I was photographing those, I realized what I was probably showing you was a pair of Lebron James shoes. I have another Lebron James pair here that had the original box. I thought this might be the box that goes with those shoes, but it's not. It's another pair of LeBron James shoes. So we're just going to list that one in the Kevin Durant box and be okay with it. But this next pair we'll probably send in the original box. So there's a look at the LeBron James logo, King James logo that you saw on that other pair of shoes. But here's another pair that we had. Looks like these are blue. And little bit smaller maybe. The others were, I think, were 12, and these might be 11 somethings. So these are pretty clean as well. So a couple pair of Lebrons. So those shoes are what is left from a storage unit buy I bought a unit in Tacoma, Air Jordan unit, mostly Air Jordans, but again, as you see, it has all kinds of Kevin Durant's, LeBron James. So a real sneakerhead, had all kinds of shoes, and apparently he was incarcerated. We got his entire collection and picked those up about 3 years ago. Finally, I'm getting around to listing them. I listed I'm about halfway through listing that collection, and we've sold quite a few already. It's been a new experience since those have to be authenticated. They are all the real deal. They just have to go FedEx through eBay's authentication program. They send them out there to get authenticated, and then they go on to the customer so they know they're getting the real thing. I think they offer free shipping on anything over $100, so they take care of the shipping for you when you're selling those high-end sneakers like that. That's kind of one of the efforts eBay made to kind of compete with other platforms like StockX and whatnot. So they got their hand in that high-end sneaker game, so we got a few. We're going to try and list them up and make a few bucks. So after photographing those, I'm kind of curious myself what a pair of Lebrons go for. I've mostly listed Jordans, so I kind of know the market on Jordans a little bit, but I have yet to list any Lebrons. I don't know if they have as much of a demand as the Jordans. You know, the Jordans are kind of the staple, the Nike classic shoes that everybody wants. So I don't know if there's a demand for Lebrons, but let's take a look and see what the market is saying about how much I should price these shoes for. Let's see what's on the market and what's currently selling and how much they're selling for. So one thing I already don't like about these Lebrons is instead of putting the information on the tongue like they typically would, they put it here on the side, which makes it difficult, almost nearly impossible to get a photo down there. And I can't even see the model number, so I gotta get my scope out, I gotta get my eyeball in this shoe and see what these are. So obviously Nike didn't think about resellers when they were making that decision. They just thought, let's put it on the side there where nobody can see it. Alright, we found them. I guess they call this style the Easter Aluminum Sunsets. Easter Aluminum Sunsets. So it looks like there's 52 results. They're model 684593-488 if you guys are looking and can't get your eyeball in there. That's what they are. But let's see what they're selling for. So like I said, they are listed, 52 of them listed, and looks like they're around $70 most of them. But let's take the look at the sold listings. That's the important number to see what they're actually selling for. You know, you can price them whatever number you want, but if they're not selling for that amount, it doesn't matter. We need to find out what they're selling for. So let's take a look at the solds and see what they're going for. So it looks like none have sold. There's 52 listed and 0 have sold. So that's not a good sign, but we want to check out how much they're going for based on the size. So we're going to see how many in this size are listed and what they're listed for. Then we can kind of undercut the market, be the cheapest one on the market, and hopefully when they do sell, they'll choose us. Alright, we kind of narrowed our search. We changed the search results, took out the model number, and searched Easter shoes. There are other models of Easter shoes, but this is the pair that I have. There's a newer Easter edition, but this pair sold for $99. Obviously, mine are size 12, and these are size 9. So mine should be a little bit more desirable. Size 9 is kind of small, especially for a basketball player. But we'll put the size 12s up. I think we'll price them over 100 for sure. As you can see, here's kind of a high-end version of what I have. This is with the authentication program, and they have these priced for $349.99. So that's probably the highest price on the market, but we'll see. I think those are size 10.5, and mine are size 12. So I think I'm gonna build my listing based off of that listing and price mine probably $150, and we'll accept offers under $99 down to $99, because that's kind of the only comp we have. So that's kind of the research you got to do on these high-end sneakers. You got to kind of see what they're going for, see what they're listed for, see the high end of the market, and see what the realistic selling price actually is. I think $100 is probably the realistic selling price on these, maybe even lower, based on the market's kind of saturated with them and there's not a lot of demand. So we'll throw them up there, size 12 Lebrons. Somebody should buy those for $100, no problem. Alright, we got those LeBron James tennis shoes listed. There they are. So every time I list one of these high-end shoes, it's just kind of a constant reminder why I don't want to be a shoe seller. I mean, all the research that goes into it, and you know, you gotta look to see what the market is selling them for. They're kind of smelly. You gotta get your nose in there to get a photo of the label, and it was, you know, had the wrong box, and it had the wrong insoles, and you know, all kinds of little issues like that. And when you compare, you know, how easy it is to list a DVD versus how easy it is to list a pair of tennis shoes, definitely the profit margin is far less on a DVD, but you can do those so quick and easy. Sometimes, you know, making life easier is worth it. You know, just if you can make just as much money selling DVDs and clothing, why not do that instead of bothering with these high-end tennis shoes? I don't know. Every time I do it, I'm a little frustrated, but of course every time it sells and I make $100, it's also pretty nice. So there's give and take to this game. Alright, now that we got those LeBron James taken care of, we're going to log into the small store. Just logged in, looks like we had 2 orders. Let me show you what sold. There you see it, 2 orders for $33.21, $33.21 for 2 orders. Let's see what they were. First item sold for $10.28. It's a pair of Cascade Sport blue polyester athletic drawstring shorts, size 3X, 40-inch waist by 8-inch inseam. The other item sold for $22.93. It's a brand new Avid Hawaiian fishing hook snapback adult trucker style hat, adjustable. As you can see, it has that floral design, the Hawaiian hook, and Avid, I think, is the brand. Premium headwear, Florida floral trucker hat is what they're calling it, and they're calling it ivory. It looks white to me, but nice looking hat, brand new. I think I picked this up at Ross at Dress for Less. It was on sale, so we got a deal on it, probably around $5, and here it is, sold for $24. I misspoke there, not $24. It sold for $22.93, so pretty close. $22.93 for that one. I'm gonna go find those 2 items from the small store. We'll get some shipping labels printed and add those to the tote, ready to go to the post office. Alright, there it is. We got those labels printed. Alright, we got 2 more orders for the tote in number 1 and number 2. So it's about 5 o'clock now. We got plans to play cards with some friends tonight, so it's going to be another early night. We've done this in the past. Every now and then we go play cards with friends and call it a little early. Don't work the entire night. But I'm going to list a couple more items into the small store. But I want to thank everybody for watching this one to the very end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. You learned a little something. You saw how the business is running, what's selling, what I'm working on, and you'll come back for some more videos in the future. This vlog comes out every morning. I try to put it out every morning. There's plenty up for you to watch if you want to scroll through. I'm trying to get this channel monetized, so if you haven't yet, please take a second to hit that subscription button, like the video, and then ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time a new video drops and you can watch away. Thanks again for watching this, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.